Good morning, friends. Welcome to SBI Securities morning podcast. In today's podcast, we will be discussing what to expect in Nifty and Bank Nifty from here on, as well as the crucial level for both the indices. We'll also be discussing regarding the sectors and stocks in focus in trade today, as well as the next few trading sessions. First up, let's discuss about what happened in the global markets in trade yesterday. In the US market specifically, optimism surrounding the potential interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve and the increasing likelihood of former President Donald Trump winning the upcoming elections boosted sentiment on Wall Street. Consequently, all the three major US indices closed higher, with the Nasdaq and S&P 500 reaching new all-time high closings. Going forward, the zone of 5,590, 5,570 will be the crucial support for S&P 500. Any sustainable move below the levels of 5,570 will lead to a bit of profit booking in the index, while on the upside, any sustainable move above the levels of 5,670 will lead to an upside rally in the index. Looking at Brent oil, so Brent oil is currently trading below its 20 and 50-day EMA levels. Going ahead, any sustainable move below the levels of 83.5 will lead to a sharp correction in Brent oil. In that case, it is likely to test the levels of 80.90 in the short term. Coming to the update regarding the US dollar index. So the dollar index is comfortably trading below its 200-day EMA level for the third consecutive trading session, which is positive from an emerging market perspective. Most noteworthy, if we see the 100 and the 200 EMA have started edging lower. Going ahead, any sustainable move below the levels of 104 will lead to further correction up to the levels of 103.60 in the short term. Now coming to the update regarding our markets. So in trade yesterday, the benchmark index Nifty traded in a narrow range of 112 points. However, it has ended on a positive note and marked a fresh all-time high. On the daily scale, it has formed a doji candlestick pattern which suggests a bit of indecisiveness at the high levels. So going ahead for Nifty, that is on the spot basis, 24,530, 24,510 will act as the immediate support for the index. As long as the index is trading above 24,510, it is likely to continue the positive momentum and test the levels of 24,660 followed by 24,750 in the short term. While on the downside, if the index slips below 24,510, the next support is placed at 24,450, 24,430 level. Now coming to the derivative data. So in trade yesterday, the July futures ended at 24,621 with a gain of 0.41%. And if we see the open interest of all the three series, it surged by nearly 3%, which indicates overall long built up in trade yesterday. If we look at the constituents of the Nifty index, that is within what has happened within the 50 stocks. So in trade yesterday, we witnessed that out of the 50 stocks, 18 stocks witnessed long built up. We had 19 stocks which witnessed a short covering rally, while 7 stocks have witnessed a short built up and 6 stocks have witnessed long unwinding. Now coming to the option chain data. So if you see the option chain data, we see that for the weekly expiry, that is 24,700 strike has significant call open interest followed by the 24,800 strike, and on the put side 24,600 has significant open interest followed by 24,500 strike. For the weekly expiry, the PCR is at 1.17 and the max pain is at 24,500, while for the monthly expiry the PCR is at 1.46. Coming to the update regarding Bank Nifty. So for Bank Nifty, since the last 7 trading sessions, the Bank Nifty has been oscillating in the zone of 52,818, 51,750 levels. Due to the consolidation, if we see the RSI has slipped into a sideways zone as per the RSI range shift rules. Going ahead, 52,250, 52,200 will act as the immediate support for the index. If the index slips below the levels of 52,200, then the next support is placed in the zone of 51,900. While on the upside, 52,750 will act as the immediate hurdle for the index. Any sustainable move above the levels of 52,750 will lead to resume its upward journey. So in that case, it is likely to test 53,100 followed by 53,400 in the short term. Looking at the derivative data for Bank Nifty, so we see that the July futures has ended higher by 0.5% in trade yesterday. It was mainly the PSU banking counters which propelled the index higher. We also witnessed that along with the surge of 0.5% in the futures segment, the open interest has surged by 4.55%, so indicating long built up in Bank Nifty as well. If we look at the option chain data for today's expiry, so taking into consideration that tomorrow is a holiday for the market, so we'll be having the weekly expiry for Bank Nifty in trade today itself. So at the current juncture, we have 52,500 strike, which has significant call open interest, followed by the 53,000 strike, and on the put side 52,500 has significant open interest, followed by the 52,000 strike. For the expiry today, we have the PCR which is currently at 1.12, while for the monthly series, that is the PCR is at 1.13. Coming to the key market indicators, so the volatility index India VIX has ended at 14.18 level with a gain of over 3% in trade yesterday. However, since the last couple of trading sessions, it's been oscillating in the zone of 14.9 on the upside and 12.08 levels on the downside. Going ahead, any sustainable move above the levels of 15 would lead to a sharp upside rally in the index towards 15.8, 16.3 levels. If we see the advanced decline ratio in trade yesterday, it remained flat in trade. Coming to the key sectors in focus, so among the sectorial indices, Nifty PSU Bank was the top gainer. It surged above its 20 and 50 EMA levels. Going ahead, the zone of 7,470, 7,500 will be the immediate hurdle for the index. Any sustainable move above the levels of 7,500 will lead to a sharp upside rally in the index up to 7,750. Further, Nifty Oil and Gas, Nifty CPSE, Nifty PSE, Nifty Pharma and Nifty Healthcare are likely to continue their outperformance in the short term. Hence, we recommend looking for stock-specific opportunities in these sectors. Now coming to the FII DI data, both FIIs, FIIs bought to the tune of 2,684 crores, while DIs sold to the tune of 331 crores. If we see the FI long short ratio for index futures, it is at 80.43 on a net basis. This as they purchased 20,573 index futures in trade yesterday. On the stock futures front, we have the FIs who bought to the tune of 59,517 contracts, while on the options front, FIs bought 1,68,148 call contracts and they purchased 1,28,121 put option contracts. So friends, that's a wrap of today's edition. Thank you for regularly listening to our podcast. Do tune in tomorrow for more market updates. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.